Hello everyone, how you guys doing? This is Bantu Queen. Welcome to my channel. So today we are talking about conceiving while you're still breastfeeding. You know, for some women it's something that they really don't, some women want to have their baby like close together, you know, like, so they don't really mind getting pregnant just few months after the last baby. But for other women, they would rather wait like few years before having another baby. And the question is always, you know, for some women who are breastfeeding, the question is always like, how do some women don't want to kind of like taking all this like taking the pill, all those things. They don't want all those things. And the question is always the question is always about how to avoid getting pregnant while you're still breastfeeding. So for those women who don't want to get pregnant while they're still breastfeeding, me, I know that each time I had my baby, the midwife will always tell me that because they always knew that I was breastfeeding, so I was always told that I was safe for the first 3 months. So saying that you're safe for the first 3 months doesn't mean that you are safe no matter what because you just had a baby. No, you know, how to say that there are some rule that you have to follow. It's some rule, like something that you have to respect. Saying that you're safe for the first 3 months mean that first of all you have to be breastfeeding exclusively. You know, it has to be exclusive breastfeeding. And when I say exclusive breastfeeding, I mean that no bottle feeding, no any extra things. I know that 3 months, obviously for most people, you know, most people know that it makes sense that you don't give a baby or 3 months old baby something other than milk. But there's some places and some people who actually start introducing other things than milk to the baby. So obviously from the moment that you start giving things like water to the baby, the moment you start giving the baby bottle, the moment that you start like pumping your milk, that safety kind of like fade away. It fade away. So when they say you're safe for 3 months, it really means that it has to be breastfeeding regularly and exclusive. Your baby only has to be feeding through you directly on your breast, nothing else for 3 months. So if you really respect this and you do it properly, keeping your child close to you, then you have at least 90+ chances not to get pregnant while you're still breastfeeding. But there are some exceptions. There's always exceptions. That's to show you how similar but also different we all are. You know, because I know a lot of women who told me that, not a lot of women, I know few men who told me that they were breastfeeding exclusively, but they still got pregnant within 3 months after having the last baby. So I don't know, you know, like I was not in the house. I don't know how they were doing it. Me, I know as far as I'm concerned, it works. It works for the three my 3 kids, it works. And I remember that there's something that I did, like for all my babies, I will get my period will come back after over a year. Like for my daughter, it was I think it was 14 months, my first daughter. For my son, it was 18 months. But for my second daughter, it was only 3 months. And this is because for some reason, my first daughter was obsessed about giving him bottle. Obviously, it was not taking bottle. So I had some bottle that I bought some bottle in case. I had them in the house. So she proceeded with the dad to to wash the bottle, to sanitize the bottle, and to put water to feed the baby with the water. So obviously they did that once. I remember I was doing something I didn't know. I found that she was feeding the baby with the water. And I can tell you now, after she gave my baby water, just few days after that, my period came back. And I was like, I didn't understand what happened then. I was a bit confused because I'm like, I'm breastfeeding fully, I'm breastfeeding exclusively. And and my baby she's eating very well. And I'm producing a lot of milk. How come my period are coming back just after 3 months? But then when I thought about that with time, I realized exactly what happened. So that's what it's about, is that tell you how smart the body is, and also confirm the fact that your body actually communicates. like your milk, the way you produce your milk, the way you feed your baby, everything is coming. It's not something that happened out of nowhere. Is everything is well uh, organized, is well done. I mean, it's done very, very perfectly. So anything that is happened that is not supposed to happen, or that it happened, that the body recognize it and react to it. That's how amazing it is. And I also know that there's a lot of women that, as long as they're breastfeeding, they will be sexually active, they will be having intercourse regularly, but as long as they're breastfeeding, they will never get pregnant. Yet, those that are very fertile, normally they are very fertile, but while they are breastfeeding, they will never get pregnant. I also know women who are like that. But I'm saying that everybody, we don't know. Everybody is different. Even though we are very similar, we are also different. One thing that I can confirm, for everything that I saw, everything that I read, everything that I was told, is that really, if you really breastfeed exclusively, and you don't give anything else to the baby, you don't pump your milk, you don't give the bottle to the baby for the first 3 months, you are protected. You are protected in general. So now, for some other women who want to get pregnant quick, obviously the first thing is not to breastfeed, because for people who don't breastfeed, they get the period very, very quick after having the baby. And obviously, when you say you have your period, I mean that your how to say that your reproductive system is back to work. So that means that ovulation and everything. So obviously you can get pregnant anytime, from the moment that after you had your baby and that you're not breastfeeding, everything will kind of like go back into place very quickly, and you can get pregnant very quick. But normally the professional will tell you to wait at least 3 months before getting pregnant. But I also know people who got pregnant within the first months, before even they had a period. Like, it's possible to get pregnant before even you had your period, because you can ovulate, but I don't that's why I say that the body is so complex and so mysterious that no one can explain exactly what happened in each woman body. It's very, very complex. It's just up to each woman to kind of like listen to the body, study the body, pay attention to little things to kind of get close to it. But no matter how well you know your body, you will never know your body 100%. It's very, very, very complex. So that's why I wanted to talk a bit about it, because I know that I hear a lot about people asking that question over and over again. Can I get pregnant if I'm breastfeeding? Yeah, you can get pregnant if you're breastfeeding. No, you have very little chance of getting pregnant within the 3 first months. And this 3 first months after you deliver your baby, because first of all, the body is going back together. Your uterus need to contract back to his normal size and all those things. If you're breastfeeding exclusively and intensely, I mean, you really breastfeed the baby on demand, constantly and exclusively, normally, you have, for the first 3 months, you have very little chance of getting pregnant. But like I said, you have to do it properly. Yes, so that's why I wanted to talk about it, kind of like clear it. I don't want that video to be too long. I mean, it's unnecessary. There's no necessity of it being too long. So that's what I wanted to say. So I'll see you again on the next video. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.